Let's begin indeed. Hello people, Sujaro speaking. Welcome to Crazy Bunch's WebShow's number. Well, 11. Today we're doing not 1, not 2, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dev topics along with a topic we're going to discuss on iOS 26. So let's talk about it right now, so shall we? So we got for us. We'll start with David Hagwell Kano Bell. Born that name, he was in Hawaii in 1979, January 10th. He was an actor, known for Lilo & Stitch 2025, The Wrecking Crew, and Mega Pet P.I. 2018. He died on June 12, 2025 in Honolulu, Hawaii. He was 46 years old. After his major debut in Lilo & Stitch 2025. He was in a movie called, upcoming production called Wrecking Crew, because that was upcoming, that's coming out, so I don't know what happened to him at the time, so there you go. It was undisclosed. So, there you go. The next step topic has to do with William Wishy, pronounce it. Born William Oscar Wishy, okay? He was an American author and journalist. After first taking part in aviation and flying airplanes, he began working at a large publication regarding aviation flying. However, he'd been working as an author and journalist. Wishy for that. Probably worked for the Vanity Fair magazines as a correspondent, spent 60 years with the former and 13 years with the latter. And from 2018 until his death in 2025, he was a writer of the large New York Times magazine. He was the author of 9 books, and winner of the 2 National Magazine Awards. He wrote articles covering a wide range of topics from shipbreaking, wine critics, the space shuttle Columbia disaster, modern ocean piracy, nuclear proliferation, and the World Trade Center cleanups for that. Born Charlotte, Connecticut on June 12, 1955, he grew up in Princeton, New Jersey, where he attended Princeton Day School. Went on to attend college in California, where he received a degree in cultural anthropology from Stanford University. He spent much of his time in various jobs, flying airplanes, and had been taught to fly by his father. His career began with this. After college, he moved to New York City and went to work as a writer for flying, okay? World's Coalition publication for Journal Aviation Pilots. While there he wrote special reports on the flight coordinations of various airplanes and profile for people. In his mid-20s, he quit the job and write books. 1 non-fiction, 2 novels. None of which were published at all. He continued to travel and write. Some point himself to fly airplanes. The travel eventually took him to most remote parts in the Sahara Desert and some West Africa. This became the subject of the cover story for Man Monthly in 1991. Later in the book titled Soviet View. Excuse me. After the attacks on 9/11, he was the only journalist given on full and unrestricted access to the World Trade Center site. He stayed there for nearly 6 months and produced American Ground, a special report for Monthly. American Ground became a New York Times national best-selling book. Wow. America sent him to many parts of the world and gradually into conflict zones. As national correspondent at the Atlantic, he was a finalist for 8 consecutive National Magazine Awards. 2006, while living in Baghdad to cover the Ukraine war, he left the Iraq after 16 years and went to work on the Vanity Fair, where he was an international correspondent until 2019. His Pop Magazine position was a writer at the large New York Times Magazine, began from 2019 until his death in 2025. His 2007 article, Jungle Law, involved him in the controversy surrounding Chevron Corporation, Stephen R. Dorslinger, something like that. His personal life and death goes like this. He was the son of German advisor, test pilot, and journalist Wolfgang, let's pronounce it, author of Stick and Rubber, and Patricia Nee Coleman. He had a sister Lena who lived in New York and Paris, and France, like that. He married Mary Gaw in 2017, 1977, something like that. 1977, anyway. They have 2 children, Matthew and Anna. The couple had eventually divorced in 2017. He married designer Tia Carey in 2018, whom he had 2 more children, Archibald and Chasade. He died of prostate cancer in East Lyme, Connecticut on June 15, 2025. 3 days after his 70th birthday. The next step topic has to do with Patricia Peterson, born that name Nee Willis. She was a American journalist who was a fashion design editor for New York Times from 1957 to 1977. Been vice president of advertising, fashion, and promotion for Henry Bendel, a woman's department store in New York City from 1977 to 1989. She died on June 15, 2025 in New York City. She was 99 years old. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so it's going to be a long story behind it. Anyways, the next step topic has to do with Kim Warburton. Born Patrick Mary Kim Warburton, nee Mackenzie. Anyway, she was best known as an American television personality, writer, and expert cleaner. Known for his work creative queen. She came to be a prominent by co-presenting the Channel 4 series How to Clean Your House from 2003 to 2009. The Canadian version of Kim's Wood Awakens from 2007 to 2009. Woodburn would appear on variety TV shows, including I Am a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2009, Celebrity Big Brother in 2017. She was born in Ennismore, Hampshire on March 25th, 1942 to Mary Patricia Nee Shaw and Mackenzie. Wow. She was abused by her parents throughout childhood, and that's what I'm going to say about abused by her father. She left home at the age of 16 and moved to Liverpool. Wow. When she was working the live and clear for the family. Besides being a professional cleaner, she was held other jobs such as social worker, beautician, and model. In February of 1966, when she was 24 years old, Warburton initially gave birth to a stillborn son and buried him in the park. Wow. This relationship she made in 2006 autobiography on Bead led to a police inquiry, but no action was taken. After the death of her baby, she changed her name to Patricia to Kim. Wow. After American actress and payer Kim Novak. Career began with this. How to Clean Your House. In 2002, Channel 4 contacted a clean comedy looking for a really good cleaner, while quite a funny contemporary for the new series. The comedy recommended Woodburn, who was working as a cleaner for the family in Kent. After a screen test, programming makers compared her to Aggie Mackenzie. Filming began 3 weeks later. How to Clean Your House aired from 7 series from between 2003 to 2009, with Deal producing books, board games, DVDs due to the popularity of the series. She also appeared on Oprah Winfrey Show in the United States, where How to Clean Your House aired on BBC America. From 2007 to 2009, she started a Canadian version of titled Kim's Road Awakens alongside Mike Collin. She Wilburn and Mackenzie's relationship became strained during later the series. Wow. With Mackenzie saying that the pair did not speak. Wow. Off camera during the last two series of the show, claiming that Wilburn that pushed her during the provision they were installing them. Wilburn expressed her Wilburn, however, said that she have never have said anything directly about Mackenzie. Wow. First saying that she was not going to start the show now, expressing her confusion about the live fallout with Mackenzie. She is not saying that she was unclear where she was supposed to allegations have come from, but I wish her all the best of luck in the world. In August 2009, Wilbur announced in Now magazine she should not be making her feature series of How to Clean Your House, and Channel 4 announced soon afterwards that the series had been cancelled. Television appearances. In November 2009, she was announced in the contestant of the ninth series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She finishes a run-up to Gino D'Ambrosio. In March 2010, she appeared on Celebrity Come Dine With Me on Channel 4 alongside Trevor Sweeney, Derry Day, and Tom O'Connor. In 2011, Wilburn became a regular panelist in the Big Brother spin-off series, Big Brother's Big By on the Side. In November 2011, she entered the house to set up shopping stacks, who was set up to be she's also a judge, while bringing the housemates for their hygiene. Wow. In February 2013, she teamed up with chef Rosemary Stranger. The pair appeared on the fifth series of Let's Dance for Comic Relief as contestants. They danced for to Diamonds Are the Girl's Best Friend by Myra Moreau. Recipe to her, by the way. If you watch Mom's View. Anyway, they were eliminated by the pair of judges. Wow. In 2014, she appeared on as contestant on the episode called Chase Celebrity Specials. In March 2016, she took part of the second series of Famous Rich Homeless for BBC One. Commercial comments live with Rob Sleepers, and some of them were that she might have the dispute between her because Republican number volunteers in the show. In April 2016, Wilburn and her husband Pete appeared on the Channel 4's Place in the Sun, Where Sun, something like that. In order to find a holiday home in Cultural Studio Seoul, which would be the home for the winter months. The budget was £320,000. They were shown 5 of the 2 3-bedroom balconies. The offer was towards £285,000 anyway, to £295,000 in the apartment, but both were turned down by the owner. Wow. In January 2017, Wilburn entered the Celebrity Big Brother house to participate in the housemate in the 19th series. Entering the day 11, during their time in the house, Wilburn was involved in the conference with several of her future fellow housemates. One said she refused to Jimmy O'Dara as a daughter. Marriage required secretary to enter the house at first. Wow. She gave normally to outbursts, which future Wilburn referred to the housemates as gahay, wow, chicken liver, wow. She finished in third place on day 32, wow. On August 2018, Wilburn made a commercial appearance on ITV's Loose Woman. She was asked if she would make amends to Colleen Nolan, which she fell out after they both appeared on Celebrity Big Brother. The left after reception by the panel that was widely described as bullying. The incident was involved in about almost 8,000 people complaining to Ofcom. Wow. In 2021, Wilburn will feature in a Christmas advert for Grand Market Delivery, an online shopping company. And in 2022, Warburton made Brothers guest appearance on CBGB News. It was a contestant on E4 cooking competition cooking show where she was eliminated first. Wow. Other venues, okay. In 2006, Warburton wrote an autobiography on being when she tell her early life. She wanted to appear on various promotions of theaters and over in the United Kingdom. The first one she performed was in the Cinderella as the Ugly Sister. Well, alongside television co-star Aggie McKenzie at the Theatre Royal in Brighton. Ran from December 27, 2007 to January 6, 2008. From December 15, 2010 to January 3, 2011, she made her second appearance in Cinderella, Woodville, Hall, Spear, and Gravesend, when she was playing the fairy godmother. Wow. From December 11 to 26, 2012, Warburton played the wicked stepmother in Cinderella at the Gramercy Auditorium. She performed for the fourth time in the Southport Theatre, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Fairy Starlight. The season ran from December 13, 2013 to December 31st, 2013. From 2014 to 2015, she played Fairy Gilligan in Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Bravely and Luckham following by a 2018 appearance in Action Theatre in Liverpool, as Wicked Queen in Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. In 2022, Warburton released a range of Queen products and Paul Lamb. In February 2025, she was transferred to a final public appearance. She was interviewed by drag queen Belinda Scandal for a one-off in connection with Kim Woodburn show by Maury. She spoke about her life and career, her personal life and death, okay? Woodburn's first marriage was to Kenneth Davies in 1971, later ended the divorce in 1975. She's married to Peter Woodburn in 1979, and they were lived together in Nantwich, Chester. His tight Brian blonde hairstyle was described as her trademark by BBC One. She died on June 16, 2025. She was 83 years old, followed by a short illness. Her death was announced by her the following day by her management. Described her as an incredibly kind and caring, encouragement, and strong person. And her husband was heartbroken the loss of his soulmate. Wow. With the feature statement read, the common has with Kim's husband and his close friends are given this time and privacy they need in their grief. We are not releasing any further details. Choose one bond were paid how Creative House co-star Aggie McKenzie, who described her as an unforgettable woman, and that behind her fears persona was deep pain and incredible strength. She survived because she had to. McKenzie also said that she hoped Warburton was resting now. Other pays tribute including Jay Warren, who appeared alongside Warburton on Celebrity Big Brother, and knowing that she will be truly missed by the celebrity goal she created to all generations, as well as Baggy Chips, who said Warburton was one of the kind of a national treasure. The next step top has to do with Ann Burrell. Born Ann W. Burrell, she was an American chef, television personality, and instructor Institute of Celebrity Education. She was a host of Scoop Food Network show, Secrets of Restaurant Chef, and a co-host of Worst Cooks in America. She was also one of the Mario Bento Show Chefs and the Iron Chefs America series, and appeared on other programs in her network such as Best Things I Ever Ate. She died on June 17, 2025, after being found in respect of her home in Brooklyn, New York City. She was 55 years old. I'm not reading the whole thing, but that's just me. But the next step topic has to do with Mark People, born that name. He was American English screenwriter and film director. He was the brother of Claire People, the brother of director Barnell Bar. Let's see how that anyway. Born March 3rd, 1943, Marshall Colony and President of Canada. His great grandfather was renowned Scottish painter Samuel John Pemple, S.J. Pemple, anyway. Their great-great-grandfather was German sculptor Adolf von Albrand. His mother, Claudia Pemple, was known painter, and his father was Willie Pemple, was working as an art dealer. His father was an art historian Elliot Payne. Wow. Before that, he was married to costume designer Louis Suarez, like that. He had a daughter, Rolla. He was a screenwriter of the following. Pied Piper in 1972, The Passenger and Wine Baby, Sarah in 1975, Samson Did Delilah in 1985. He was himself in the directing short film. 1987's High Season, Last Empire 1987, Sunny Sky 1990, Frey of the Dark 1991, Rubella 1994, and finally Victory 1996. He died June 18th, 2025, Florence, Italy. He was 82 years old. The next step, Tom has to do with Jack Betts. Born Jack Fillmore Betts, he was credited as Hot Powers, as it was an American character actor. He was acting in film, on stage, and on television. He is best known for starring in several spaghetti western films, such as Sugar Cult in 1966. He's also appeared in Spider-Man in 2002. Born on April 11, 1929. Raised in Jersey City, New Jersey. When he was 10 years old, he was barely moved to Miami, Florida. He auditioned to the contestant on WIOD contest. Anyway, graduated from Miami Senior High School and attended the University of Miami, where he featured studied theater. Betts started his career in 1953 in the play Richard III. He portrayed Chris Delvin in CBS mystery series Checkmate from 1960 to 1962. From 1963 to 1965, he portrayed Dr. Ken Martin in General Hospital. He also played Mr. Fisher, an 8-year-old man, on Little While Left to Live in 1982. Among those numerous television appearances were 4 roles on the CBS drama series Perry Mason, including the role of Bert Nichols on the 1981 episode, The Case of the Patient Partner, and those Watson, 1982 episode, The Case of the Double Entry Mine, Murder Victim, George Partons, in the 1954 episode, The Case of Wood Nichols, and Murder Victim, Bruce Strickland, in the 1996 episode, The Case of the Fennel Fraud. Betts was also the author of Screen Test Take 1, playing in a soap opera that originated as a film set. And in 2002, Betts was played Harry Spockman, Sam Bronke's 2002 film, Spider-Man, which was his best known film role. Now, he did a lot lately in his life, so he was on credit role in Bye Bye Monkey and Borrow in 1978. He's also best known as Sinatra's Earl West Wilson 2 episodes in 1992, and so much more. So that's all I'm gonna read for right now. But anyway, okay, that's all I'm gonna read. But anyway, he died in his sleep on June 19, 2025, at his home in Los Angeles, California. He was 96 years old. His nephew confirmed his death. Wow. The next step topic has to do with Gerard Sargent, born George C. Sargent Jr. He was an American actor, but Glory played characters with Rose in the South. He was regular on the country music variety series Hee Haw was also known for his roles in 3 of the Ernest movies and the television series Harry Vernon's Ernest. It ran for 1 season on CBS in 1988. He was also a successful painter and illustrator, born on Tulsa, Oklahoma, on September 18, 1943. The son of Elizabeth Bell Sargent and Scar C. Lee Sargent Sr. His family served as fire chief in Soviet from 1956 to 1954, something like that. He's also he attended Sargent Hall Public School, was expelled for 4 grades, while leaving to attend public Will Rogers High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wow. He was an arts club in the seniors play. It was at Will Rogers High School where Soviets still experiencing culture star for the fair move and also environment in public school. Began developing a style of humor. He was a member of the Amateur Bowl chapter of the Kappa Sigma fraternity at the University of Tulsa, where she graduated with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree. In 1998, he moved to New York City, where he was working as assistant illustrator to Paul Davis. His acting career began with this. His entry to entertainment launched in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1970. Working originally as a cameraman at a local television station. He approached the station director when it was previous disc jockey was fired. When position was as the station's late night host. Wow. The director initially intended to fire Sargent as well, with retailing to give Sargent a 3-episode pilot order. The episode of the late night off the wall comedy program entitled The K Film Festival in Camp Mead. Dressed as a wizard wearing a dark blue robe and pointed wizard cap. He hosted the program Dr. Blanchard Paul Riley, something like that. Other cast members include fellow Tulsa native Gary Bosley and Jim Morley from 1941 until his death in 2023. Anyway, program was broadcast in Tulsa CBS affiliate KOTV and later in the ABC affiliate KTOUL. It was featured B movies such as sketches were performed by Scarlett, Bosley and company between the movie segments. A year out in this run in Belgium, Roy Clark's agent came to be in the program, which offered him to join the cast of Hee Haw. He eventually declined to break 7 in 1972, which he realized that he would so eventually increase in salary. But he began as a background character, but worked his way up to the show's most partial stars, remained as a regular cast member of the popular show for nearly 20 seasons. He's also served as a regular on the other series including Cher / The Silly and Cher Show, something like that, in 1975 until 1977, and Shields and Yardo, 1978. Something like that. Anyways, Sean plays C. Parker for 1 episode during the pilot season of Walker Texas Ranger, something like that. He applied for the voice of social worker in the pilot episode in the animated series Key in the Hill. Sharman also portrayed an advertiser for Louisiana's Governor Earl Wall, portrayed by Paul Newman in the movie Blaze. He appeared in more than 40 motion pictures like that. Most notably as Big Pop Bopper alongside Boozy's Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly story. Anyways, Sheriff Ray Truckee and Mississippi Burning, The Outsiders, Hollywood Nights, Fried Green Tomatoes, The Replacements as Obvious assistant coach Leo Pulaski, Big Easy, Gravers, Green Even Gave and a Dad, The Patriots, and an uncredited role of 1994 movie comedy Wet Wagons East starring delayed John Candy and Richard Lewis. Starring also appeared in a deleted scene for the Steve Martin comedy The Jerk as a Texas millionaire who suggested bags for $1,500 in cash to replace the cracking leather of the seats in the private airplane. You know what that means? This means like that I can fly my friends to the Super Bowl like a man. Not like some kind of whatever it was, bombs like that. He exerted his existent role in the jerk to be his funniest on-screen performances. He's also appeared in Mel McDaniel's music video for Stand Up in 1985, as well as Michael Jackson's live performance video of Gimme Wings in 1986. Spawn Willow was 2005 in Academy Calls Elizabeth Tao. He's also roles in 3 of the Ernest P. Rose films starring Jim Varney, as well as Hay Vernon's Ernest television series, with fellow Hay Vernon co-star Bill Burns of Nashville. The dual performed as brothers Chuck and Bobby in the series of Me and My Brother Bobby, pages of local television stations and product ads. He was also replaced by a younger brother named Tom Dallas native John Godhead and Ernest Scared Stupid. His art career began with this, okay? A successful illustrator, starting Alex Craig's range from regular cover designs from such artists such as Leon Russell, Willow Whips, to illustrations from nationally published magazines. In 2001, he was asked to design the artwork for that year's Mayfest Festival, an art festival held annually in his hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I wanted to have bright colors, so I let myself in with it. Spotty said, I used my all my memories to try to capture a Tulsa, Oklahoma flavor. His art was described as colorful as wacky as a queer. The original review artwork was on paint, shows Detroit River making its way past green fields with green fruit trees and flowers into Tulsa's downtown, which each building is wavy and a different color. In the dark blue, scary sky, there is a layer of pearly clouds and an equator-shaped yellow sun. And there's the upper left-hand corner in the rainbow pole back against the edge of the painted like a drape. I'm better known for acting gigs, but this is my greatest and my artistic side, and I probably do it, said Stratton. He and his wife, Mary Jo, were married on New Year's Eve 1988. They remained married until the first 6 years until his death. At that time, he was survived by 3 children, Sarah, Esther, and Ben. He died of natural causes on June 19th, 2025, in his hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was 81 years old. The natural cause of his death was staying other than his wife earned statement after he died silliness. Wow. Wow. And my last step topic has to do with Patrick Wilden. Patrick George Wilden, something like that. He was an American English musician. Best known as a guitarist of Baby Shameless. Alright. Born for joining Baby Shameless, Wilden became one of the members of London groups, something like that. Anyways. Among the Floyd, the Six Cloud, 1000, White Sport. He played guitar for White Sport alongside our future bandless member, drummer Adam Fleck. He was also working as a live guitarist as a session musician, playing bass guitar for a number of recording artists. One of those as were Whiteley, James Blunt, and 500 Cave, and Mike and the Honeymoon. He was born October 5th, 1988 in Elston, London, England. In the early summer of 2004, with Pete Dodgery once again found himself cast out of the Liberties and that. Because of his drug use, he bought bar machines to the floor with Wallen the lead guitar. Wow. The band ends up underwent summer changes before stabilizing during the late summer of 2004 with Barger on vocals. Wow. Wallen on guitar, Gemma Clark on drums, and Drew McConnell on bass. Wallen co-wrote a number of Ben Shambles songs with Pete Dodgery. One of them, The Man Who Came to Stay, was released as a B-side to the commercially commercial single in November 2004. Of the Audrey Warren commercials, including top 10 single, I'm not gonna say it, forever, anyway, F4ever, anyway. Warren song, 352 days, along with the feeling of the morn, pop down, 32 December, a day that boy, something like that. He called 16 tracks and made it onto Down Avenue. His debut album, wow, their debut album, wow. And the WebShow live shows, visual performed using an Olympic white 1960 Flair jazz master, wow. The 1985 jazz member and the 90s Eric Americans broadcaster backups. I'm often citing experienced guitarists like Jay Massey's, Jonathan Moore, something like that, and Jimi Hendrix's early influences. Wow. I know. It was an initial playing style that set maybe Shameless, something like that, apart from the other bands in the East London music scene. Marshall Magazine, Marshall Law listed him as using a JMCM 900 head with the 1968 cab. In December 2005, while left by Shambles, the band continued to form under the same name, but not replace Wall and the different guitars immediately. Jerry set to have 2006 issue of MBE. Wall's departure was officially announced, something like that. However, on January 23rd, 2006, Wall turned up to play guitar with Space Shambles at a gig, and judges Cambridge, something like that. Yeah. He returned once more in February and played some of the gigs of that tour, but never appeared at them on one stage again. His reason to leave the band was heavy drug abuse, and in April 2006, Space Shambles went on tour without Walden, who was abused of assaulting his girlfriend, Yeez. Arrested and spent 9 days in prison. Wow. All charges against Walden were eventually dropped. He left London in order to get clean of drugs, and McWall became Michelle's new guitarist. Walden was supposed to have to play with Samuels in that December 2007 arena tour. Wow. The band released a statement saying that he dropped out at the last minute. The band even had to travel with them on the tour bus. However, Walden later stated he did not want to appear on stage because of the drugs about, even though it was supposed to be a drug-free tour. Wow. Their work, something like that. He was rumored to have been playing the Charleston's Jazz Festival on April 27, May 2nd. And special guest was with Seb Rockfield's band, Fallboard's Terrorstam, but canceled the appearance. Walden appeared on the Walk Against Say Some 40th anniversary show on the Haggy part of Jerry, July 19, 2007. He played Band Shambles classics with the old bandmate Drew McConnell. The list includes the man who came to stay, and Ed Dead Boys. On August 1st, 2007, he played a small gig happening on the former band Shambles bandmates, as well as make Rhino for friend Peter Wolf's birthday. Wow. In late 2007, Ron formed the band Big Dave with drummer Seb Rockford and Roof Glovers on bass. Wow. His first album in 2008 was the band played a few gigs in small venues. One announced the BBB will be recorded in 2008, but nothing much was ever heard again. In November 6, 2009, Warren played a few songs with Band Shambles, including Pipe Down, Black Boy Lane, The Get Hollow, and Battersea, something like that. In August 2010, Warren appeared in court charged with receiving stolen goods, something like that. And being inspired, and suspiciously in his son, Branch Wilson's, Warren was reported by security, who found his possession stolen goods and Marsh was provided to another user. Wow. In April 2011, Wong completed the spell rehabilitation and began working on a new project with former Rebellious member Robert Minor. The duo recorded 32 demos that have been posted on various sites on the internet. But on May 1st, 2011, he previewed a selection of new material to Howie Arms. It's called Cabin 12 2011 with Drew McConnell. In November 2014, he was his first interview at the photo shoot in a number of years with the friend, music influencer blogger Olivia Collins. For the website for musical avid test, my dad. And photographer Jack Drange. In the interview, he has been studying jazz competition with that degree in the effort to reconnect with his first love, jazz music. He died on last Friday. He was 46 years old. Now let's do the moment silence special regards to non-deaf topics right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, at least 9 people. Now, let's move on to the only topic for the day, and that's, of course, iOS 26. Now, I may have some flaw, just one flaw to read on one of those the 26 things. We'll talk about that momentarily, so let's talk about it now. First off, iOS 6.26, and that will be something we want to do. Get the highlights, San Francisco. This is new design with glass, musical blah blah. Hold on, go back, hang on. Beautiful, delightful, and I say familiar. Wow. Next one, the visual influence that now let you search, ask questions, and take action content on your iPhone screen. Now, this is a difficult time for that one, so let's just move on. Personalized chats with new backgrounds and answer questions, propose and messages. That's a good one. This makes more sense. Anyway, communicate across languages, live traditions, message, FaceTime, phone. Now, this one I can care less. Bits and pieces. Anyway, next one, eliminate distractions from new screen tools and phone, FaceTime, messages. Now, I want to censor phone numbers so that more easier. So that is a good thing. Next one is get more information to glance at private activities and react to tapbacks and CarPlay. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Now, the design was good. So that's a new delight and element of delight. Next one is, this is very important, okay? Fresh design with optical qualities of glass, including fats, including Apple. Liquid glass brings an experience new, design lock store screen, home screen, control screen, apps, and more. Now, that'll make more sense. Now, we're going to buy a lock screen. Now, it's going to be big and huge. Anyway, this time the brush adapts to your phone and the surrounding space. Keep your subject in view. When you're moving your iPhone, your phone comes to life with a new free effect. Okay. That was a flaw for me, unfortunately, because I love the 2D effect, so sadly, why? Anyways, moving on. I'm doing about crap with liquid glass. So, that was a good idea, so there you go. Next one, this one, navigate, controls, some controls, and navigation help brings more focus on your content while keeping, your tools you need within reach. And finally, the search quoting across your system, liquid glass, enables a more delight experience across apps and this device, so it's easier to your apps, Apple applies it together and you move across it throughout your day. That makes sense, okay? Now, Apple Intelligence. Now, fourthly, helps every day. Now, life traditions, ministry translation, text and message. That's a good idea. Display tribe translations caption in at FaceTime. Get spoken translations with calls and the phone app. That's a good idea. Now, do more of the visual intelligence. It's built with Apple Intelligence, so you can search across your most used apps. Okay, and an event for your calendar and ask questions letting you the more what's on your screen. That I can deal with it. Anyway, more ways. Express yourself with the images, mix emojis, and the descriptions and make something brand new. An image to playground, discover additional chat GPT styles, and have more control with making images inspired by families and friends using Jamoji and image playground. Now, the last one I'm gonna read is basically this. Okay, monitoring your workflows, intelligent actions and shortcuts can simulate text, create images, and tap directly into Apple Intelligence models to provide responses that feeds in a screen shortcut. That's a good idea. Now, those are a whole lot to talk about in this subject, so that's so much more to talk about, but move on to the next one, and that is of course macOS. So, what is the deal with macOS? That is a preview for macOS tie-up announcement 26. It's coming this fall, so and it's for all Mac users, excluding the Intel ones. That is another flaw. Okay, get the highlights. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. Thank you. Pause. Thank you. Anyways, new design with liquid glass, beautiful, delightful, and intelligent, familiar. That's good. Next one is now with a phone app. That's a good idea. Live activities with the iPhone for that next level of community. Good job. Anyways, and the next one I'm gonna read you is take hundreds of actions spotlight without leaving your hands out the keyboard. Good. Last one is to create more powerful shortcuts with Apple Intelligence. That is a good idea. Now design more use shines through. Now that's a good one. And this is also good. This is also good. The whole design thing, except for some of it. Yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about. The phone app, everything. Yeah, and censoring phone numbers. That's a good idea. But I'm not gonna read everything about it, but that's all I'm gonna talk about in this macOS. Now, as for iPadOS, this is one flaw I don't want to mention. I do want to mention, but this is one of those things I do not want to talk about. But I want to say it. But we'll say it eventually. But a new design for liquid glass makes iPad more vibrant and desirable to use. That's a good one. The next one is a new version windowing system that gives you more powerful and effectively. Yeah, that's a good idea. The next one is you can now put folders in the dock for easier to accessing them. That's a good idea, and for the preview app comes to iPad, that's a good idea. And the last one is coming in across language and translation messages placed on iPad. That's a good idea. And design works as well. But these, I don't know. But, yeah. Some folders, yeah, that would be a good idea. That way I can work on content more often. But I have a flaw, and that is a mouse trap. This is stupid. Why would you need a mouse for my project? That's a bad idea. I'm sorry, because I don't want a mouse. I want to touch with the iPad. Sorry. It's much better to do it that way than the mouse. Sorry. And let's move on to the next one is WatchOS 26. And this is difficulties, so let's talk about it. I think this was much better than it was. Workout Buddy delivers personalized double motivations on your fitness history. Next one is news on liquid glass brings fresh, but yeah, familiar. Look up your WatchOS. Then we got a smart stack now offers handsome based on your what's melody but used for you. And next one is what's the flick of the list. You miss notification size calls and more. That makes more sense. Good enough. Finally, suggested marketing actions will appear in messages based on context into text. Good. That's another good idea. And we got some good ideas and languages, things like that, but we got some flaws. And that is from previous iPad OS things. That's yeah. Or just only the second generation. That's strange. Let's see. Do we have, but go back to macOS a little bit. That's only work with macOS Mac Mini 2020 layer. That is default right there. I'm sorry, but move on. I'm sorry, but anyway. And for iPadOS, I'm not gonna go with the mouse. Sorry. We got calculator on the iPad, thank God, because I can delete the calculator app now, so that'll work just fine. The notes work just fine, so that'll work easier. Vision app, Vision OS app, that'll work just fine. Vision OS 26, Vision Your World in new ways every day coming this fall. And it has some new features on here. And I'm not going to read them all one day, so, in this episode, so, it does work at Logitech moves, wow, because I'm a VR person, sorry Remix, anyway, that's all we're going to talk about, and then we'll release an Apple Vision Pro, so be looking out for it, so, there you go, and, that's all we're going to talk about in 26. It'll come this fall, so there you go. And that was the Crazy Bunch web shows number 200 and 111. So we got. Hope you enjoyed. So it's going to be another Crazy Bunch web show episode to be celebrating my 30th birthday, and that is coming next week. Till next time, suggest us, baby. We get more episodes, but you guys pretty soon. Say out. See ya.